Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening, team.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, guys. Good evening, Krishna Kant. Good evening,
Good evening.
Pranav. Good evening, guys. Good evening, Alok, Akhila, Bharti, Akshay. Okay, it's okay. So Friday time. It's okay, team. Chalo, we'll be getting started with our last day of week one. Okay, so it is the day 5 of week one. A step by step movement is going to happen. Okay, so just let it consume. Just be there. Let your mind think different, act different, behave different. Okay. Now, as part of today, we will be going through first of all the queries which you guys have added yesterday. Okay. So I'll not be taking the name out. Okay, because I don't know how many of you will be comfortable with that or not. So let's keep it anonymous. So I'll not reveal your names, but I will read through the concern which is mentioned one, and then we will be like, I'll just try to share whatever my thoughts come in order to how to tackle that situation. Okay. Some things, yes, might be fully ready. Some things maybe it needs to be further broken down, cooked more. So yeah, but at least yes, some kind of things from my side. So further on top of it, yes, you process it and see. But again, guys, like I said, just know the reality. Okay. So yes, wherever there is a problem, okay, we need the right ideas, and ideas can come, yes, based upon your thinking, based upon speaking to people who are more experienced in that area. Next, going to Google for really collecting these answers. Nothing but that's idea part. So yesterday, any problem has to be dealt with in the same manner. Take the problem, generate ideas on how to solve it, plan on how will you implement it, then implement it, and improve on your actions, improve on your plans. So yesterday's session, whatever we discussed can actually be applied on any problem that you're having, and it will be eventually solved. That's it. You just don't have to stop in between that last loop. Okay, improve, react, replan, and keep doing that. Generate new ideas, keep applying, and things will work out. Okay, fine. So chalo, let's then get started for today. So one by one in the same order, I will be reading through the questions, and chalo ek ek karke we'll get in more details about it. Okay, let me go to the sheet. Just 1 second. Okay, so yesterday was 6th of October, 6th of August. नहीं October ही चल रहा है. Okay, fine. So chalo guys, let's get started then for the queries. Okay, so yes, everybody relate with it somewhere or the other. I think knowing this will might give value to everyone. So it's not a one person specific thing. Maybe somewhere you might also be going through it. So let's see how value comes out of this. Okay. Okay. Now, first thing. So somebody says, how to be consistent throughout the life without any distraction. Okay, so how to stay consistent throughout the life without any distraction. There go. First of all, this entire program that we are trying to build around is for the consistency itself. Okay, and everything as part of this program itself, we are discussing on all these points key, how our mind is going to battle back against you for staying consistent, how your body will battle back against you. And the thing is, it will not happen just overnight. There is no magic pill. You have to really pass through a lot of focused, dedicated, concentrated work every single day in order to build consistency. So don't try to really solve it like one time solution for everything. So the right approach is know that it is going to take a lot of hard work, a lot of time in order to really build it when you say lifelong. But point is, step by step, you need to get started with consistency. Okay. In the future coming sessions, we'll discuss more about it, but few techniques already we are going to do it. We'll discuss it in more detail, but few important things already key. Pick a habit which you want to stay consistent. Okay, simple system. Pick a habit which you want to stay consistent. Daily repeat it at the same time. Daily repeat it at the same time. By the end of the day, just see for that day, did you did that habit or not? If you did not do it, ask a question, why am I not able to do it and I have to do it tomorrow? That's it. Tomorrow, same thing happens. Maybe you set up a mobile alarm reminder. Okay, when that time triggers, you immediately act. So you pick what time is practical for you to daily do the habit at the same time. Okay? A simple way, by this you bring consistency. Simple system. Choose one time of the day where you want to do this habit. Next, set up an alarm reminder. It will ring at that time. Immediately act on it. And by the end of the day, just check whether you did it for that day or not. Focus on one day at a time for every habit that you want to install. When this multiplies, initially you might not do it, you might not feel like doing it, all those problems will come. But if you just stick with this and just try to do as many days as possible, slowly over a period of time, your mind and the body habituates to it, and then the rhythm continues. This is how habits are formed. Repetition at the same time over a period of time, and then consistency will be built up. Okay, now there is one point without any distraction. First is try to run through this template. Point is, sometimes in your life, some situations, circumstances will come which will deviate you away from this course. Okay, nothing but whatever track you are following, something upside down happens, and those things are real. Those are all challenges of life. So the point is, the sooner you deal with it and then come back to the old system which you defined, the sooner you do that, the better your life will come back on track. But if you get into that loop of that something else and from there go to a different path of life, so you have to be careful how to re-deviate your life back again on track. So that needs some willpower, determination to keep doing it again. And that's where it comes, like you have to keep pushing yourself to keep doing it every single day. And guys, one simple thing which I've always been speaking since past few seasons, देखो, COVID times are the best example to teach you how a human being can change. Entire world adapted to a new way of living during COVID times. Entire world. Okay, that's a big number. 8 billion people. Okay, they all stayed in their home. They all started using masks, and nobody was habituated to that. That means it is possible for any human. So initially people were not comfortable. 3 months, 6 months, people were like crazy. But then what happens? You stay consistent with the habit. After 1.5 years, people are habituated to stay at home. The human being adapts. So till that time, so guys, this is the ultimate proof. If you stay consistent with any habit for 1.5 years, the entire globe changed. So you can definitely change. So don't think 1.5 years is a big time. Okay, so it's a practical time. Consider 100 years lifespan. I think all the habits that we are trying to do here, it's worth putting that much of time to really make it consistent. 1 year, 1.5 years, stick with these things so that your full life will change going forward. Okay, simple stuff. Okay, now let's go to the next question. Okay, I'm going through this list question by question. Yeah, I realized first wale ko zyada time chala gaya. So let's come back. Okay, I'll try to be like more to the point. Okay, second question. When I read the book, okay, but content was not stay in my mind. Things come and go. Okay, how do I overcome it? And how do I lock the things in mind? Okay, so while doing book reading, thoughts are coming and going. How do you really preserve this knowledge? Again, point is, we as a human being cannot remember everything. Okay, you try to put as best shot to really memorize, remember, and all of those things. But somewhere our brain is going to keep the things which you keep daily thinking, daily doing in your life. All the things which you are not too much in touch over a period of time will be forgotten by your mind. This is how our mind works. Okay, so let's say you're reading some book. If you keep reading it more frequently, those thoughts will start circling more frequently in your mind. As soon as you stop doing it over a period of time, those thoughts will disappear. So what you're saying, sometimes you're not able to remember, it's a natural process, and that's how it works. And that's where people said a human mind works in a manner, it is a bucket filled with knowledge with a hole at the bottom. Okay, So this is how some big authors have summarized it. Our mind is like that. It's a bucket of knowledge with hole at the bottom. That means constantly it's leaking. If you're not keeping on pouring new thoughts in your mind, if you're not reading new books in your mind over a period of time, you will be losing all the old knowledge which you have. That's how we work. That's our nature basically. So what you need to do is you need to repeat the book more often. My suggestion straight away, okay, to whoever this person is, my suggestion straight away is first try to pick a book or tool or topic or idea which solves your current life problems. Okay, because your current life problems you will deal with it during the day. So take a book which helps you to solve your current life problems. Second, those life problems may whatever in the book techniques are suggested, that's where people do like bold marking, underlining, and they revisit the technique and try to implement in the life. So that's the first right way of using books. Read it, take extracts, what you want to implement in your life, maybe take some screenshot, write it on a paper, look at it daily, and then implement it in your life. That's the right consumption of book knowledge in your life. Okay. On the other hand, the second way is constantly keep repeating books. Because I have read same book maybe around 5 times, 10 times. I just keep going through again and again because I know that if I'm not doing it over a period of time, I will lose what value that book gave me. So my way of working is every month I take one new book and then I finish that, and rest of the time I keep summarizing the old books itself based upon my life challenges. So by that way, the new thoughts are always generated. And guys, let me tell this thing. If you repeat it long enough, somewhere your subconscious mind has all those ideas. So right now, while I am in this session and all, so I just prepare for the key pointers, but a lot of other examples, thoughts come automatically. So I don't prepare for idea by idea to what I should tell to you guys. It just connects. So that means this knowledge, when you keep thinking it in your mind, it will connect automatically. Okay, so that's the right way of reading books. Don't try to really lock, try to repeat it more often, and whichever idea you want to really implement in your life, write it on a piece of paper, read it on a daily basis, apply it in your life, you will never forget it. Okay, that's how is the right way of doing it. Okay, fine. Next, okay, technical question again. How to improve on coding standards? Okay, there you go. There are three immediate solutions. First of all, there is this sonar tool, SONAR, sonar. Okay, so sonar tool is available with IDs like Eclipse and all that. You need to install this sonar tool in your local IDE, and whenever you code, you have to abide by the rules. So what does the sonar do is it is having a lot of built-in rules about the best practices of coding, what you should not do and all. The tool itself will suggest you where you are doing wrong and how do you really improve it. So built-in nice standards, rules, best practices are all loaded in Sonar. Okay, that is one way. Now there is another thing. There is another website, okay, called as Code Signal. Okay, Code Signal. So I think you can all go there, all developers, juniors. So in the codesignal.com, register yourself as a developer. It will give you a lot of technical assignments. Simple coding assignments will be there. You keep doing it, you keep getting more badges, levels, and as you start growing more complex tasks will be coming. And some of my friends have gone through it and they have really appreciated about the complexity and all that comes with it. So you can really use for your trainings that nicely. It has both UI related training, server related training. So I think it will be very good for you guys. Okay, so start coding it more nicely. Okay. Achha, somebody is saying that code war is also there. So guys, thoda note this thing: code signal, code war, okay, and SONAR, sonar. Thoda make this as your lifestyle. And again, it's all about doing it often. And yeah, that's what over a period of time you will start becoming better. Code war, code signal, and this sonar kind of thing. Okay, fine. Now somebody says, I am suffering from low actions, procrastination, and laziness. Okay, so again guys, yeah, so you want to. Procrastination is like somewhere you itself try to push yourself back. Okay, you want to do it, but nahi, baad mein karenge. You will delay your actions and all that. Okay, laziness, low actions and all. Dekho guys, yes, it is. It comes to people. It comes to everybody. Okay, point is, dekho. Somebody said this nice thing. Ki, what? Let's say there is a habit. Okay, what's the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people? Okay, it is like they want to do certain habits. Okay, and both successful people also hate it, unsuccessful people also hate it. Both of them don't like that thing to be done. Okay, because maybe they are like no, ugly, uncomfortable and all, but even though they are hating the thing to do, still they do it. And that's what becomes successful people. And those who are not successful, even if they hate it, they choose not to do it. So it's all a matter of your choice. Okay, so whatever habit or actions you want to say, okay, you need to know that everybody is uncomfortable to wake up in the morning early. Everybody is uncomfortable to do gymming habit daily. Everybody is uncomfortable to maybe sit down and complete a Udemy course for 2 months. People start, they don't do it. But those who are successful in the life, they realize that, okay, it is tough, I might not do it, but still they stay self-disciplined. It's a self-commitment basically. So I would just like to say, okay, to whoever this guy is, okay, it comes to all low actions, laziness, procrastination, but you need to have your why strong. Okay, why do you still want to do it? Why do you still want to become better? And you should know that if you don't do it, your future is going to suffer. You will suffer, the people around you will suffer, your family will suffer. And are you ready to take that risk of not really pushing yourself? Okay, that's a choice given. And maybe in the beginning, it will be tough for you. Start small steps. Don't try to do everything together. Start with manageable steps, one step at a time, one day at a time. Don't try to look at the entire mountain in one go. I want to cross everything. But once you start walking the steps, on top of that, add more, add more, add more. And in 3 months duration, you will realize a lot of things will be added to your life. Okay? So I would just say, start small. Know that there is a long way to go ahead. Start small. Know that your actions will change your life and you have to keep sticking to it. Apply this formula of consistency, what we already discussed, one day at a time, one habit at a time. At least if you do that, appreciate. Oh, so I started a new habit, I continued it long enough for 3 weeks, I am good. Then on top of it, add more. And then slowly, you will start enjoying this growth process. And over a period of time, you will realize that you will start changing. So the only way to change is actually change. Okay. And I would just say, since you're already in the week 1, I would highly recommend just keep this focus. I will continue for the full 4 weeks, and lot of habits we will do. Give a commitment to yourself. I will do every single habit. That's it. You just be along with us, perform all the habits. By the end, you will realize that these low actions and all will go away, because we will create groups where you people will start speaking with one another, pushing one another. And guys, after that, it is very natural. If somebody is asking you 10 times, hey, did you do it? Did you do it? Did you do it? As a normal human being, you will definitely do it. Agar if that also happens and still you don't change, that means there is something seriously wrong with your life, because people around you are caring about your success and you are not caring about it. It's a high time to change, otherwise future is going to be very risky for you. Okay, so understand the pros and cons. Your actions in the present will impact your future in a positive way or a negative. Okay, this is what I would like to say. So understand these 4 things. Okay, fine. Okay, next question. I am facing time schedule problems. Okay, I can't get, okay, managing the time, stuff like that. Okay, there you go. Few things again you have to be very clear here, everyone. We have 24 days or 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week. Everybody just has that. And as a human being, okay, you have just that much and you have to utilize only that much. Somebody said this very nice, some author said this: don't try to do tomorrow's work today. Okay, and don't let today's work to pass to tomorrow. Okay, do all that can be done that day. That's it. Simple rules. Do all that can be done that day. Don't try to do tomorrow's work today. Don't let your today's work go to tomorrow. That's it. Just maintain this discipline to yourself. Keep okay, today I want to really finish these 5 activities and stick to it. Keep pushing your full efforts to just do that. Don't let it overflow to tomorrow. Plan the work in that manner. Don't let it overflow to tomorrow. And another thing, you need to know how occupied your 24 hours are. I think this is what the question is coming, time schedule problem. You need to know key all throughout your 24 hours, how much you are planned, where are you wasting time, where are you utilizing time, what are your good habits, what are the non-important habits. And then you need to really eliminate all your time killers, first of all. Anything which is not valuable for your life, but still you are doing it, one by one identify. So sit down, I think observe your lifestyle past 1 week or past 1 year. Okay, how do you actually spend your 24 hours? What are the habits that you do as a repeated nature? Then see which of the habits are not valuable, remove them from your life. Then try to reassemble all the remaining time. Look at your life schedule. What are the important things? If you're doing job or family thing, how much time you do what, how much time you sleep. Once you are able to get some time slots, so based upon your busyness, so dekho guys, be practical. If you're already doing work, let's say 9 hours a day, okay, so then automatically, let's say 7 hours you sleep, 9 hours you do this. Whatever is the remaining time, in that, how much non-essential work you're doing, you have to remove all those time slots. What are your bad habits, time waster, removing all that, and then saying how much practical possible time you have every day to do something more meaningful with your time. And then you have to just plan your day up accordingly. Okay, morning mein I can make 2 hours possible for me, evening mein 1 hour can become possible for me. Now in this 2 hours, that means you just have 3 additional hours in the day. Now you have to make a decision, what is the best possible use of this time, and just stick with it. Know that nobody can do more than this 24 hours. You just have to utilize your today day properly, eliminate the time wasters, convert that time into valuable productive time, happy time. I'm not saying workaholic time, I'm saying happy time, maybe with your family, with your friends. If that gives you value, spend time in quality time. Okay, but this is how, look at it, eliminate waste, keep only proper, see 3 hours if you have. So that's it. Don't try to over punish yourself. In 3 hours you can do only limited work, so don't bother yourself ki bhai try to do 10 hours work in 3 hours. It's not possible. So don't torture yourself for impractical things. Try to give your best thing for 3 hours, and if you do that, by the end of the day, stay satisfied. And that's where another suggestion is, work only on the important activities of your life in those 3 hours. If you work on non-essential, you will waste your time. So identify priority. What is the most important thing in your life right now? And then work on that. And that's how you will be able to spend time on only those things which really matter. Okay, this is how you do it. So you have to plan it out effectively, and that's it. Just be satisfied by the end of the day if you utilize your time properly. Okay, ठीक है. Now chalo next. Okay, somebody has said switch organization. So I think yesterday we asked a question key, what is the current challenge that you're doing? So somebody is saying switching organization at current experience. So the problem is not very clear, so ठीक है, switch करना है तो कर लो. This is what I can say. My only suggestions will be कि any job that you take, try to learn maximum that the job can offer you. Okay, try to involve in every details of your work, the people, the processes, technology. Try to all focus whenever you take a job. Try to learn everything, because in the end of your long career and all, what really matters is who you become in your life. Money is going to come, market is giving money, opportunities will be there, but all the people who really become capable technically and knowledge wise, responsibility wise, ownership wise, they will be rewarded all that money. Okay, so my just suggestion will be, whenever you take a job, try to learn everything, give your 100% dedication to your work. Don't try to like this, don't think like an average person. Okay, how a successful person looks is, even if nobody is watching me, your manager is not watching, nobody else is monitoring you, still you give your best shot at the job that you do. It's self-responsibility. So once you implement these core qualities, कि भाई, I will work because I want to work, not because the company wants me to work or manager wants me. So I would just suggest here कि भाई, take that ownership of your job, learn every details of it, give your best shot at it, master it, and then if you feel you have done enough, money jitna bhi aa raha hai, you have learned more than that. Right now, no more learnings with the current. Your money is low. If you then think about all this, and yes, make a switch. Okay, so it is okay to switch, but the thing is कि knowledge nahi rahega to future is also going to struggle. So don't just switch for the sake of money. Acquire knowledge, and if you feel you are getting underpaid, try to discuss that with your project, and then if it is not still happening, then you can go ahead with the switch. So money should be balanced, plus your knowledge should be balanced. So strike the right balance. Okay, and yeah, this is what I would say. And every project, every company will have its own challenges. So if you run away from problems, know that the problems will reappear in the next company also. Okay, so problems are not going to disappear. So someday or the other you have to face it, and the best time to face it is right now, when it has already come. So don't have that running away attitude, because that's not going to work. After 2 years again same problem rahega, same torture will come. So when life has given you the opportunity to learn, to take a stand, face it, learn it. Okay, this is what I would like to say. A basic clarity thought process ki how you should operate your life. Okay, okay, next question. Okay, how can I improve communication skills? Okay, in the week 3 of this program, we are going to very detailed discuss about communication. We are going to practically implement communication, and it is simply just two things. It doesn't need any much efforts. It's simply two things. You need to listen to the communication more, and you need to do communication more. Just two things. You do it long enough, you will become a master in communication. You listen it more, you see people communicating, how they are saying, how their body language is, how they use their tone. Listen it for as long as time as possible, and then you speak it out. Whether it makes uncomfortable, if you are feeling hesitated, you should not think that. If you are not trying, if you are not opening up, your communication will never improve, because it is not a thing which needs to be studied down. It needs to be done. That's how it improves. Guys, how I improved in my communication is my entire college time. Okay, while I was doing my graduation and stuff, for 3 years, 5 years, every single day I was watching so much of English movies, full series, movie series, this, that, and repeatedly. That was my lifestyle for like 4 years, 5 years. Daily 5 hours of just English content. Niche subtitle used to come, and just watching it. All throughout my previous life, we were Hindi. Okay, so just speaking Hindi at home, also in school with teachers English, but otherwise friends were Hindi. So it's not like from birth time we are speaking in a different language. Okay, just that day-to-day communication was Hindi majorly, but after coming to this college life for 5 years, daily 5 hours, something changes. You need to just understand. As a baby, your mind was blank. Just by hanging around people for 3 years, you learned a language. With a baby mind, you learned a language, and that's it. That means your brain is designed to learn. So don't say that you don't know communication. The point is, you're not giving the right environment to your brain. Okay, you're not exposing it to the right English language or whatever language, and you're not seeing right things, you're not telling right things. That's where you're struggling with right now. You're good with your home language because you have listened it all throughout, you speak it all throughout. So we can learn any language, our brain is designed for that. You just have to expose your brain more to that, and you have to talk it more. You do this right balance, it will happen. Okay, so as part of week 3 we will do it. My sincere request to all you people, whoever wants to really get better in communication, is week 3 May, when we are launching those tasks, he daily come live, do group discussions with your team members. Don't pull yourself back in that. Don't hesitate. Don't think what will others feel. Here we are all with the intention to learn. We are not here with the intention to judge, and we know that we all are struggling in certain areas of our life, and that's what we want to evolve. We want to get more comfortable. Nervousness should go, panicness should go. We have to, and that's what. So this is a comfort area where you can really be vulnerable. Say that I am not good in something, because we would like to assist one another to really solve the problem. So don't come with this fake mask कि I am perfect. वो दुनिया के लिए, yeah, you show it on your social media कि you are the strongest person ever alive on the planet. But internally we know that we all have weaknesses. So let's face it, okay? And let's build this kind of a team where we really know the reality, know that every one of us is struggling in certain area, because that's the truth. Every one of us is struggling. Okay. The point is, share that with one another, try to solve it, and then that will change your life more massive. Don't come up with masks and fakeness. Okay. This is what, push yourself. And I think that's what this group will start evolving as who you are as a person. Okay. So be genuine and things will go pretty nice. Okay. Now let's move on to the next. It's 9:33 half, and there are quite some questions still. Okay. Okay. Now let's see here. Okay. When I know early, okay, when I know early, I have to face the situation, then I feel very difficult or nervous. How to overcome it? Okay, so somebody said this thing, if I'm realizing I am supposed to do something, okay, so then I feel very difficult and nervous how to overcome. Let's say tomorrow you have to go and give an interview, or in future you have to do a lot of this thing, that thing. Okay, nothing. Yesterday we discussed about that technique, right? Eat the frog first. So it's just about that. So this guy is a practical example about that technique. Why I am getting more nervous because I know that, oh, so tomorrow I have to do that at that time. So it is natural. It is not your situation. It is a problem which everybody deals. So what you need to do is try to minimize this gap from today till that activity. So simple. Eat the frog first. Try to do it even if it makes as uncomfortable. Try to do it immediately in the next 1 hour if possible. Okay, try to close the task rather than pushing it away or like planning it for next week karenge. So that's one of the thing of procrastination, कि you keep pushing things for future. अरे नहीं आज करने का मन नहीं है, let's do it tomorrow, then tomorrow, then tomorrow. And the point is, along with that pushing of thing, this nervousness also gets dragged for like 1 week, which makes you more unhealthy. Okay, so thing will be whether it makes you uncomfortable or not, try to finish those things early, because once it is done you will be at peace. So this is what I would like to say. Okay, and there are techniques when you are feeling nervous. Okay, there are some pranayams. So it is called as like diaphragmatic breathing. Okay, it's nothing but a breathing pattern. With the right breathing pattern, you can calm down your panicness, you can calm down your anger, you can calm down your nervousness. Okay, simple. How whenever you feel this kind of situation too much, like your heart pumping, bp ekdam ho raha hai, and like too much panic situation, just take a step back. No matter what is happening, if you're thinking stress is growing within you, take a step back. Keep one hand on your chest, another on your stomach. Inhale from your nose, expand your belly. A simple exercise. Okay, just breathe in from the nose, expand your belly. Everybody, let's do it now once, everyone. Okay, keep a spine erect, everybody. Let's perform it together. Just do it for 2 minutes. A bit relaxed mind will happen. Okay, that's how breathing can really solve a lot of your these emotional things which happens in a human body. That's why pranayam is so successful there. Okay, so keep your spine gently erect. One hand on your chest, another one on your stomach. Spine gently erect. Okay. Next, you have to breathe in from your nose and expand your stomach deep and slow. Okay. So take a breathe in and then exhale from your mouth like a straw kind of opening and squeeze your stomach inside. Okay. Now close your eyes and just feel this movement of air deep and slow in and out of your system. Do it at least 5 times. Very calm, quiet, no rush. And by the end of 5, you will already feel relaxed. Okay. Slow and steady and just feel peaceful inside. Put a smile on your face and try to be as calm inside. Okay. Once you're done, just rub your palms against each other. Just roll it over your face. Okay. And that's it. What happens basically is when you are in panic situation, stressful situation, your breathing pattern changes. Internally, a lot of changes happens in your body system. So if you start breathing in properly, those systems which are gone out of shape, it gets back to composed situation. Okay. So that's where if you're an athlete doing athletics, running and all that, after you're done with your run, people say, okay, breathe while you exercise, breathe in properly. It's required. So even while these nervousness, angry you are getting, frustrated you are getting, you're feeling weak inside, just do the deep breaths. Do it for some time, you'll start feeling normal. If it is getting too bothering, do it like that. And otherwise, eat the frog first. Okay? Chalo, let's keep it simple for you. Eat the chicken first. Yeah, usko to chhodte nahi ho, right? You finish chicken as early as possible. And all for vegetarians in the house, eat the onion paratha with ghee first. So whatever you like, basically. Okay, don't drag things. Okay, okay, fine. Now, next question. Okay, so one of the guys says, uh, okay, confusion about career choice, how to end it completely. Okay, yeah, so some of the guys, yes, might have this. Okay, confusion about career choice, how to end it completely. Okay, guys, it's like you need to keep all the options in front of you. That's step number one. Okay, what all paths you have? If you're confused about your career, basically you need to have options, right? Okay, career path option one, I will do this. Two, I will do this. Three, I will do this. Whatever, let's say you have 10 options also. Generally people will not think about those many. But whatever options or career path you have in front of you, try to list every single thing. Okay, थोड़ा exercise करना पड़ेगा. Okay, तो on a piece of paper or board के ऊपर कहीं पे just write down everything. Okay, now, really try to look for key, what do you really want? Nothing but your best capability. What is your strong suit? What is something that you're naturally good at? And try to see in what those qualities are there in what these streams. Because if you're really good at something, if you choose that career, you will be going pretty long. Okay? So, pehla to really try to get to that. Okay, ki, what is your more strength? And try to see in each of this career path you're choosing, where is your strongest fit. Okay. Second, that career path is going to give you how much financial thing and stability and how long future that career path is going to have. Nothing but longevity, 10 years, 20 years. Will it really be there, or kya hoga, what can happen, what cannot happen? But you have to do the pros and cons basically of every career path. Okay, try to start listing down what are the positives in this. Okay, there is even a technique with this name key. Write down all the positives. Okay, if I choose this career path, these all things will be positive. If I choose this thing will be positive. Next, wrong things. If I choose this path, what all negatives can happen with me? On the other, what can negatives? So simple. Put everything in front of a paper. Write down all the positives that you can think about of that career, all the negatives. Then second, ek karke. You need to understand, okay, you will every career option will have both positives and negatives. You have to look at it from outside and just do a mathematical decision. Ki bhai, realistically, with this career path, it is going to be like maybe more positives, less negative for me. यहाँ पे it's more challenging and reward is also not great. So you have to do this kind of a tally, कि how many positives you can find, how many negatives you can find. And for that, if you're not able to do it by yourself, Google it out, check for the possibility, or talk to the people of each of those career fields, or maybe 2, 3 people of each of that career path. Take their experience, कि what they are recommending about positives and negatives. So you collect data. Okay, this very nice quote I got from one of my close friend. Ki, okay, with improper data, okay, with improper data, even if you make the best decision, you have actually made a wrong decision. Okay, generally we take decisions based upon the data. So if your data is incorrect, even if you have made the right decision, okay, I want to go on this career path, it would be a wrong decision. Why? Because you have not seen the big picture. So what I would just recommend is try to first assemble this data from yourself, put the positives, put the negative. Each of the category, reach out to the people who are in that field, take the positives, take the negatives. Go to Google, read a few blogs, take up maybe some books or interviews, collect from that positives, negatives. Now, once the data is there in front of you, it might take 2 weeks to really figure that out. But you're trying to put up a career track. एक deadline होनी चाहिए. For how long you will keep circling in decisions? It has to be a deadline. Okay, this week I will finish all the analysis for one career path. Next week I will finish for second career path. Third week I will finish for third career path, and then work hard for that. Once you have this data, decide ki in next 1 week I will make my decision. If required, consult with people for that. But now guys, dekho, if you are not making decisions with these time boundaries, you will struggle a lot in your life. So you need to time box yourself. कि एक वीक में करना है तो करना है. Maybe you make the worst decision of your life, but you have to make a decision because you did the hard work. And once you decide, उसके बाद there is no coming back. You just move in that direction because you put your efforts. You did the planning. Now you have to go there. That's it. And once you start walking it, after maybe 6 months, you realize you took a wrong path. Then maybe you come back. So it's not a lifelong wrong decision and you lived your life with that. Then maybe you can come back. But the thing is, at least try to make your decision successful. Try to stick with it. Try to solve the problem because every path will have its own struggle. No career track is simple. Okay. So try to get there. Try to make it happen. But even after doing it, if it is not happening, then take some other course. You might say, I wasted my 6 months, 1 year. But it's a choice basically. It's okay. Be practical about it rather than living a suffering life. Do you really want to switch the path for something? But guys, time box, make a decision. And once you have made a decision, just start walking. If you're not able to decide, okay, it will be a very confusing and a bothering life. And this is where I think the question is coming. So these are my suggestions. Apply that, set up a target within 4 weeks. I will move in one career. For that, not like coin game ki toss karke jana hai. So do your analysis, speak to the right people, make a decision and just start walking. And for how long you can get stuck, don't do that. Okay, your future is going to get impacted if you don't make the decisions on the right time, because anyways you're losing time and you're not doing anything about it. So that's a bigger problem. Okay, fine. So moving on to the next. Okay, somebody says great program. Okay, so yeah, it's a great program. I agree. Okay, okay, moving on. Chalo, next. Okay, somebody says, sir, please conduct one class for what should we learn for Java for interview in MNC company. Okay, and the person comes from the mobile development. Achha, so okay, one session where we discuss Java related questions. Okay, okay, we can do that. It gets a pretty technical related topic, so specific to one of the area. But I think there will be a lot of people already in our group itself who are already working professional. They might itself be taking interviews also in Java. So I think, yeah, we will check for that possibility of arranging one exclusive session about Java interviews, what kind of questions are asked and things like that. Okay. So I'll check for this possibility and I'll arrange some people, maybe from our group itself, my thoughts itself. Because since past 7 years, I'm taking like managerial round. So more than technology of Java or anything. So I even take Python interviews. I even take any kind of interviews. So, but my way of doing it is not really looking at any technology. I don't dig into technology. I think about the logical thinking aspect and the other aspects of a person. So there are rounds before me where people grill on the technology side. So yes, I will try to arrange somebody who is doing a lot of technical interviews. Maybe I'll call somebody from my team itself, or with this program we have some nice people. I think Divesh and some members who are really good in all these. So I think we can just check for that possibility also. Okay, but arrange करेंगे. Let's see how, when, where we'll figure those things out. I'll put this even open action item on me so we can arrange sometime. Okay, fine. It's running 9:48. Next, how to accomplish given project in a particular deadline, as well as how to manage stakeholders if that project is going to delay. Okay, very interesting one, and this is my day-to-day job. Basically, I keep doing this only since long time. Okay, how to accomplish a given project in a particular deadline, as well as how to manage stakeholders if the project is delaying. Okay, देखो, simple things. Don't overhype situations. Simple things. Okay, देखो, your approach of work, not just for your project but for everything. Okay, देखो, somebody gives you a task. You want to move a mountain from one place to another. Okay, you don't take the full mountain in one go and move to the other place. Okay, you plan, you strategize, you break the mountain down into smaller pieces which are manageable. Okay, you look for maybe arranging a truck, offloading that rocks in the truck, moving from here to there. So this is how you have to do for your projects. Break down your projects into smaller pieces. The full project might take a lot of time to do, and it is not practical to estimate your full project. Even if you estimate, it is going to be a wrong estimate. You have to really narrow down the scope of the project. So generally how I do it is, the entire big picture project, I try to cut it down into smaller sections. So every section is an independent piece of a project, and you can independently develop it, deliver it, and it still goes on. Don't try to do everything together. What I do it is, I break down the project into phases. Keep part one of this project, this much scope we will take, give us full clarity, we will develop it, we will release it. And for doing this much part of the project, it might take us, let's say, 4 weeks or 6 weeks, whatever. Once that is done, then we will care about the second part. Then we will care about the third part. So strategically, this is how every project I feel should be taken care. So whatever work you are also doing, try to break down that work into smaller pieces and then focus. Okay, what should be your priority of work first? And then second part, you should focus on what? And then try to estimate those smaller pieces of work. You will be getting more real estimates in that. Okay? And while you are estimating the project, try to consider the approach, the design part. If you feel it is going to be complicated, should you talk to other people? So before estimating, try to consult with some more guys to really see how much complicated that task is. So if you are not able to make that estimation, maybe speak with somebody else who can give you more insights. Okay, no, it is a complicated one. You have to do this, you have to do that. So like that. Okay. So the suggestion will be, break down the project into smaller manageable items. You can speak about phases by phases, I will complete this project, or part by part, I will complete this project. And the first part will take me this much time. Bolna, what about the rest of the task? That task we will talk about later. Right now we are focusing on first phase. I can give you estimate of this phase only. Try to just stick with this. Next, for giving estimate, collect the inputs from other people and then analyze and then give the estimate. Now, first part is, this is how you have to do it. Second section is, while you are actually implementing, if you see the dates are changing, you are pushing forward. So as soon as you realize that you wrongly estimated something, the dates are changing, immediately reach out to the stakeholder. Okay, we did all our best, but now these unexpected problems are coming and it cannot be solved. It has to go to the next. They might now start pushing you back, this, that. try to make the best case. Bolo ki, okay, for doing that, maybe then team has to work over weekends or have to stretch late. Then also we are not sure whether we can really make it. So matlab, talk about the pros and cons of the situation, how much it will take to really solve it. This is where I'm saying, guys, each one of you needs to get better in your estimation and anticipation of these dependencies, and it will come better with time. Okay, right from day one it doesn't happen, but make these decisions often. Try to estimate your project, try to see how it is completing, try to anticipate external dependencies, try to resolve them. So get into that mode. If it is delaying, tell it clearly to them. Don't tell it on the last moment, it will have concerns. Tell it upfront itself कि भाई नहीं हो रहा. If we continue this way itself, in the end only maybe 75% will be done, 25 will not be done. And if they say, no, 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 we want it, well, it's not practical. We are not magicians. We can do what best can be done. Maybe we might stretch late or add more person here to solve the problem. There will be a practical solution. And everything after doing, and guys, I am dealing with stakeholders since past 7 years. And let me tell you, they are also very logical people. So they are not unrealistic. This is not the world about those kind of dominated customers. Ki bhai chahiye to chahiye. People are practical. They understand the things. They might just say, oh, why did you miss it in analysis? So you have to make sure in future analysis, you are not missing those things again. That's how you plan it. Things will go pretty nicely. Upfront communication of delays and break it into smaller pieces. Estimate that piece. Don't try to do everything in one shot. The projects will get a lot of delays and problems. Incremental development has to happen. Okay? Fine, fine, fine. Okay, next. Somebody says, trying to get sleep after 11:30 p.m. but not getting sleep. Okay, after 1 or 2 hours, not getting sleep after 1 or 2 hours, then goes to sleep mode. But till that timing, it is like 1 or 2 a.m. Okay, दिग्गज लोग हमारे साथ बैठे हैं. ठीक है, so there are, yeah, these people. Okay, I think somebody else is also raising hand, so yeah, it happens. Okay, this is where we said, even in our initial sessions, first session or so, if I don't run against the nature, okay, no matter how much hard you work, you will be exhausted in the end, you will be tired in the end if you're running against nature. And the nature wakes up in the morning and sleeps at night. That's what is how nature operates. And we are all human beings, we are part of this creation. We are also supposed to wake up early and sleep late. If you don't do it over a period of time, you will feel more tired, more exhausted, more lazy, and with that, social media and mobile rays, radiations, that will make your mind more calm and like just more tired, exhausted, lot of things inside. Painful हो जाएगी life. ठीक है, देखो simple होता है. The point is, problem is there. Let's look at the solution part. 4 hours daily are sticking at the same. देखो guys, few things. Somewhere I read this strategy. You need to fix your morning waking up time. Okay, now you fix it based upon your lifestyle. As part of the next week, we are all going to wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning, and I would highly recommend you to do it same. 6 is not too early. It's not like 4:30 or 5. It's देखो, and 7 may be late हो जाता. You have to maybe 7 wake up, prepare everything, and rush for office. So we want to wake up at 6 because we will do some things which will improve our lives. So simple techniques, fix the morning wake up time. And guys, this time should never change, no matter what happens during the day to you. Let's say right now the person is saying, while sleeping, it is becoming 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. Okay, that means that's the complaining failure version of you, which is still pushing you to stay awake till 1 or 2. Because of that, your success version, who wants to wake up early and do great things in life, that is being struggling. So you need to stick with some discipline for yourself. I will wake up at 6 a.m. regardless of when I sleep. Thoda sa be strict to yourself. Punish yourself by this model. Even if you sleep at 3 a.m. in the morning, that's your weakness. You failed at sleeping at night. You don't compromise on your morning wake up time. You still wake up at 6 in the morning. Don't be like, "Arey nahi, late soya, so I will wake up late. I'm getting headache." So get the headache. You deserve getting that headache. Okay, so that's what it is. So waking up early is required. Stick to that time as early as possible. Once you stick to it, Human body is naturally designed to adapt. But if you keep shifting this morning wake up time again and again, your body pattern will never set. So wake up in the morning at the same time. Even if gets painful during this day, still wake up at the same time and keep repeating it for a few days. Slowly, what will happen is your body will feel more tired. Don't try to sleep during the day. Your body will feel more tired, and night times will automatically start shifting. Okay. So it's a gradual transition where you are training your body. Okay, bhai, I want to wake up here and I don't want to wake up. Okay. And I guess in the chat, so the person who commented is saying here, actually office timing is 2 to 11:30. So is it like 2 afternoon to night 11:30? Okay. So guys, देखो, shifts timing are different, so you have to accordingly customize your life. Okay. So देखो, again, be practical. So we are into this current times where there are different kind of job patterns, life patterns. So you need to strike the right balance for you. Okay. So if possible, follow this routine, waking up at 6. But if your job shifts are working different, you need to understand, if you have done a job itself is finishing at 11:30, your mind will be processing. The mind needs to gradually go to sleep. Achanak, we don't have a shutdown button, calm ho gaya and immediately so ja. There will be thoughts running in our mind, and slowly, gradually itself, we will get the sleep. Okay. Now, if you are, don't impact your health. So the brain was busy for whatever hours of work. After that, it is trying to go to sleep. So yes, 11:30 job hote immediately you cannot sleep because your thoughts are running. Not sure whether you have had food also or not. All those things will impact you. So close your day properly. If you're running in a different kind of a lifestyle, to customize your 24 hours as per that lifestyle. ठीक है, अभी you are in a mess, you are in a mess, that's it. So if you can change the shift timings, well and good. नहीं हो रहा है तो we change your 24 hours. Yes, it is violating nature wala process, but at least it will not immediately impact your health. The best way to would be to really switch the job which operates on a day terms. But till the time that is not happening, you rebalance your 24 hours. ठीक है, 11:30 नहीं हो रहा है, but at least maybe 12:30 or 1 को भी if you sleep, it's not a bad thing in this case, because your job itself is like 11:30. Okay, so try to close your dinner early and then calm your mind down. You will not get immediate sleep because you're working on laptops and like office hi raat ko 10 11:30, you will not get sleep. It's not natural. Okay, automatically 1.5 will go there. But if you sleep accordingly, then tally up when you should wake up in the morning, maybe 8 a.m. and all. So your primary focus should be, you should not feel exhausted during the day. Tiredness should not be there. So fix up one waking up time in the morning, adjust the rest of the life, things will go properly. But yes, if your work schedule is different, so accordingly you need to replan your waking up time, your habit time, all these other things. Okay, so don't do it impractically. So plan things properly, guys. Customize your life as per your circumstances. Okay, and I'll suggest we are going to do a lot of other habits. So if your pattern of life is different, you have to further customize it, fit these habits in the right pattern. In the end, it's all 24 hours only. Okay, so be practical. It's okay. नहीं हो रहा है तो यहाँ पे I guess sleeping even at 1 is fine. Okay, because you finish something, you have 1.5 hours, so it's okay. But just wake up properly and do things properly. Okay. Okay. Next. We have one. We still have like few more to do. It's already 10 p.m. Okay, I will take maybe just one question right now. Remaining walo ko we can still discuss it next week. Okay, because we don't have that much time. Let's see if this also takes much time. Okay, I'll just read it. I work as much as I can, but results won't be there as I expected, and this pulls my self-confidence down. Okay, so somebody said this. So guys, all these are real concerns. So I work as much I can, but results won't be there as expected, and that is breaking the self-confidence of person. Okay. So this is the last thing. Yes, we have other questions also, which we will continue next week. Okay. So just take it here. Dekho guys. At any given point of time in your life, we have to do hard work. Okay. and we have to do dedicated work. Okay, are we getting the results or not? At times you will get, at times you will not get. Okay, देखो guys, set a bit practical expectations. If you are doing this kind of a work with this intensity, what should be the expected outcome? There has to be a relation between amount of efforts you put in, focus you put in, concentration you put in, and the results that you get. There has to be a very straight relation between these two. If your efforts are too much high, expectations are still way beyond that, it's not possible. Okay, so you need to really tally, is your expectation really right, first of all? Okay, and guys, it's okay though. This guy, whatever incident mentioning here is, bhai, I'm not getting the expectation. I'm putting my hard work, not getting expectation. So I would suggest ki really reevaluate how much efforts you are putting, and are you expecting in a direct proportional to that, or are you over expecting things from yourself? Okay, try to reanalyze that layer once. Okay, point is, yes, don't unnecessarily push yourself. First try to know at what scale you are operating. If you are feeling expectations are big, okay, then I would say thoda sa let's try to reduce expectation. Okay, step by step try to incrementally push your boundaries, because right now you are saying breaking in self confidence is a bigger damage to you rather than meeting expectation. So the actual point is, now you will start self-doubting yourself, and that's a very worst thing to do. So I would say, yes, based upon your efforts, if you feel you're overestimating or over-expecting, thoda usko narrow it down. It is okay, because यहाँ पे self-confidence is at stake. Try to bring down your expectation. But yes, don't lower your efforts. Keep giving as hard. So I really liked it. I'm putting as much as I can to do it. And then with your as much as you can wala effort, see how much expectation you should have and how much you are getting there. Once you find this measure, okay, with this effort I get this result, at least you will get this confidence within you. Okay, so I am able to analyze myself properly. Once you reach here, then you start pushing your boundaries. Start slowly expecting more and pushing your boundaries in terms of maybe more extended hours of work, more hard work, more learning technical skills. So dhire dhire push your boundaries to really keep growing your expectation bracket also. So first thing is, evaluate what your current operating level is. If you are expecting too much, your efforts and your skill is not that much, it will be a problem. So bring it down, do what you can actually accomplish, and then second stage would be gradually push, expect more, see how can you meet that expectation. So plan it more nicely. If you need a technical skill upgrade or some counseling or some help from somebody, strategizing it, planning it, doing it, then potential will start growing. Okay, so do it like this. First, get your self confidence in check, and that can only happen once you meet your expectation. Otherwise, problems will come. I have seen great people. Okay, this incident happened like few years ago in my team. Some of the very high performers, they were not able to finish the project on time, and that was demotivating them. Okay, why we are doing so much hard work, still the project is not happening, and good performers pay a impact for us. So it will psychologically impact. So what we did is to revamped the scope of the project in a manner, it was like too demanding at that time. So then we have to see what's the real potential of a person, and with this potential, how much we should really expect. We trim down those things properly. He started meeting it, and then gradually we exceeded the same approach which I said. We practically applied it, and it worked. After 3-4 months, the guy was growing more, output was growing more, but yes, he was more confident about the game to apply the same thing. Okay, fine team. This is what it is. Fine. So I guess it was nice to discuss your one-on-one doubts. I will share the attendance link. It's Friday time. And still, if you have answered it, if you have some more questions on top of your last question, you still post it. Okay. So that's where I have that field available in my chat. So still post it more. And I'm pasting the link in the chat. Okay. Just 1 second, everybody. Okay, code for today is It's the same attendance link daily, guys, by the way. Okay. So code for today is 3333, and here's your link, everyone. And like we said, today is the end of the week 1. 2 filter criteria. So everybody who has done 4 sessions out of 5, they will be getting the entry to the week 3. The second criteria would be whoever has done back-to-back 3 sessions, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because maybe they knew the session itself a bit late. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday wale bhi will be getting the entry into week 3. So I will be checking on the attendance, publishing this list, and then a different Zoom link will be created for week 3, which I will share with you in your WhatsApp group. And guys, again, I'm saying, try to just be consistent. This entire program will take you to the next level. Okay, and I know that. Okay, and it will just happen. So start believing in yourself, pushing yourself. Okay, and for rest of the guys who might have unfortunately missed to enter week 2, so still YouTube streaming will always happen. So as part of YouTube, you can do it, follow it together, or otherwise next month, again the first Monday of next month, the next batch is going to start. So from that, again, you get a chance. So I know many of our guys, they try in 1 season, but they are partially able to do it, and they bounce back after 2-3 seasons actually, and then they are fully committed to really go long. So it happens. So don't give up on yourself. You can keep pushing. Eventually you will get in the flow if you really want to accomplish it in life, and we are always there. So that's what I've made it a mission key. Let's keep this growth program running so many can get benefited and start rising. Okay, so this is what it is. Let's see how many of you has filled it up. And it's a Friday time, everyone. Okay, so a lot of members: Akhila, Shenu, Pranav, Mukesh. Okay, Durgesh, Vishal, Uha, Sagar, Vaibhav, Nigar, Shamshad, Alok, Sanketir, Abhishek, Amulya, Bharti, Omkar, Krishna, Shailendra, Alok, Dilshad, Akshay, Vinay, Santanu, Satyasandha, Priyanka, Achal, Noor Mohammed, Surjita, Divesh, Prashant, Shruti. Okay, okay, everybody. So have a nice, peaceful sleep. And guys, we are doing this interesting thing. Okay. So whoever completed our last season, okay, so career transformation 105. So we are planning ki dekho, these habits which we have launched. So once you guys also complete this fully, so I don't really want ki then you become independent, because I think some of you, I've seen that in the past, some people who were very consistent for 3-4 months, and after that they became independent, and then they were struggling to really follow the habits. Okay, so I'm really like trying to really build this system where on a weekly basis, this kind of group who really want to do it, we will stay connected for a long time, even as a explicit, so that all the habits we keep applying. And tomorrow we are launching this for the first time. So all the previous batch members, tomorrow morning 8 a.m. in Zoom. The previous batch members ke liye this is applicable, not for the new guys. Okay, so whoever did season 105, so 8 a.m. we will be connecting in the morning, maybe 1 hour, 2 hour session, to see how much consistently we are able to do the habits and what are the challenges that we are facing, and we'll try to together solve it. And we will make it a weekly rhythm so that even this current batch people will join. So the basic aim is we really absorb these habits into our life, our way of thinking, approach, strategy, and maybe for next 6 months, 1 year, we'll just keep repeating these things so that it all becomes our way of living. Okay, and guaranteed changes will come, guys. Okay, so thank you, everybody. Have a nice day, and see you guys then Monday 9 p.m. Thank you, team.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Take care, everybody.